Okay, we're here in the matter of State of New Hampshire versus Scott Saber. Good afternoon, Mr. Saber.
Good afternoon, sir.
We're here because the grand jury issued, by my count, 8 indictments against you, 7 of which allege the crime of aggravated felonious sexual assault, all alleged to have occurred between 2005 and 2010. And there's 1 count of felonious sexual assault during the same time period. Counsel, have you received copies of these indictments?
I have not. We waive reading and request you enter a plea not guilty.
Okay. Sir, I'll enter a plea not guilty at this time on these indictments. Just so the record's clear, these were originally scheduled for arraignment back in 2017, I believe. Notice was sent to your last known address at the time. You failed to appear, so a warrant was issued for your arrest, which has only now recently been returned. I'll hear from the state on this request for that.
The state is leaning towards a reconnaissance in this matter. These are extremely serious charges, but as the court indicates, they are historical sex assault charges. We sent it to what was Mr. Saber's last known address. We don't believe that was a valid address, so his non-appearance, I don't believe, can be attributed to him. He is a truck driver, and at a weigh station, the warrant was served, and so he was brought here. The state asked for a hearing instead of just papering this because it had some original concerns, specifically about where he lives currently and where he's going to be residing, which the attorneyship fund can address. We want to stress the fact that he has absolutely no reason besides these charges to be in New Hampshire. There's some no contacts on there, which we would stress that need to be enforced. He's not had contact with those people in years, so I believe that's a reasonable condition. As far as his criminal record, Your Honor, he has no charges since 2009. Which appears to be a cluster of domestic violence-related charges to the victim's mother. Since then, he's had nothing, no convictions for that. So, given the fact that the time frame extends up to 2010, which is about 8 years ago, no prior criminal record, reason we believe that PR bail is appropriate. He should address the court of how he's going to stay in touch and get back here, because I believe he's going to be living between Tennessee and New York. So. That is the only concern the state has, and I believe the attorney should address those issues. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Saber would be living in New York essentially while this case is going on. He was living in Tennessee, which I think might have also been an issue with the mail. I have his address in Tennessee. I've given that to the court. That's where he was most recently living. He was living.
You gave it to us?
I gave it to I gave it to the state.
What's the address?
It's 3837 Sycamore Road. That's in Thompson Station.
Is there any reason where he wouldn't get, I should put that as a condition where he lived?
No, Your Honor, and that's what I'm about to say. Is he was living there with his son. He has been there where he's indicated he would live in New York at his mother's place because it's much closer, obviously, to New Hampshire, so that he could deal with his case. I did speak to his mother on the phone. The physical address is 60, the letter C.
60C?
Yep, that's correct, Your Honor. Riggs Drive.
Riggs, R-I-G-G-S?
That's correct, Your Honor. In Hanawa Falls, New York.
Hanawa?
Hanawa Falls. H-A-N-A-W-A Falls.
Double N, actually.
Two N.
Sorry.
That's not his mailing address, though, there. The mailing address there is P.O. Box 74.
Hanawa Falls?
Yes, sir.
H-A-N-N.
A-W-A.
Spell it again for me.
H-A-N-N-A-W-A.
Right.
He has been a truck driver, Your Honor, with La Valley Transportation for the last 7 years. He works 5 days a week. He drives up and down the East Coast, but he doesn't have a reason to come to New Hampshire. You do have a waiver of extradition that I will have him sign.
Did he waive extradition to come here, or is it a weigh station someplace?
He was at a weigh station. I don't think he'd ever waived before. I'm saying I'll submit a waiver for the court.
Where was he arrested?
Sweetland, New York. Actually, Central Square, New York, Your Honor.
I was just wondering if he waived extradition to come here.
Yes,
It
sir,
sounds
it
like
did.
it did.
Yes, sir, it did.
I thought he was picked up in New Hampshire. I'm sorry.
That's why, that was my next point, was if he has no reason to be here, why was he arrested at the weigh station in New Hampshire? That's my next point. But it appears it was in New York.
He was in the Navy, Your Honor, for some time back in the 80s, but he's otherwise been just a hard-working individual with.
State have a request for an amount on PR?
No, Your Honor, 10,000 seems perfect.
And does your client understand the no contact, direct or indirect with Katie and Sherry Saber and Chelsea Saber? Apparently that had been no contact for years, so.
Yes, sir.
He understands.
They tried to contact me.
All right, Mr. Saber, so what'll happen is they'll take you back to the House of Corrections, you'll be processed with this paperwork and released, okay? I put in here that you have to live at 60C Riggs Drive, Hannaway Falls, New York, P.O. Box 74. No contact with those folks. Can't possess a firearm, destructive device, dangerous weapon, or ammunition while you're on release. And you can't use any alcohol or controlled drugs as defined by New Hampshire law. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Unless they're prescribed.
I'm just going to go over the waiver with him.
And of course, you have to attend all court hearings and be here when we need you. We'll have another hearing in 45 days, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know what the status of discovery is, but you're required to be here for that unless I excuse your attendance. Okay? So don't just disappear, because if we have that hearing and you're not here and you haven't requested ahead of time an excusal, a warrant will get issued for your arrest and we do this all again. Only then they'll be asking for you to post some cash or revoke your bail for non-appearance. Do you understand?
I understand, Your Honor. There's just one thing I would request. Is there a possibility of
Yeah. You'll be out. You just the trick here is make sure he knows. Make sure he knows where you are.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have a cell phone, give him the cell phone number. If you have an email, give him the email address. He has an email address too, and there are lots of ways to get in touch with folks these days. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just,
All right.
I'll submit the
Okay, thank you. Today's the 28th.
Let's go to the 27th again.
Attorney Lugo, you're busy today.
I mean, that's fine going ahead, but the team has a